Now, people who come around say, the FDC went there because of money. They must have been having something wrong with their heads. Nothing changed as far as money is concerned. But you want other things to change. So don't target to money. That's too much of soft thinking. Soft thinking. We should go hard thinking. As FDC would do that, in our opinions. We should sit down and agree on the basic minimum for the sake of our country. We may disagree on the approach, how we want to develop our country, but we should agree on the basic minimum. And we agree on the table manners in our politics. So the idea was conceived, the protocol was written, concept was written, and these opposition parties went outside Uganda to try to solicit for funds to sell this idea to different political parties. When they went to those Scandinavian countries, they were advised that they cannot give us money because the government of the day may think they are sponsoring opposition against government. So they advised those who had the idea, FDC and DP, that they should even include NRM, the governing party. So that governing party, FDC, many people in FDC didn't like that idea. You know, when you have differences, we didn't like that idea, but they explained to us, and we took on the idea that we have to sit together as stakeholders, this country, even NRM included. That's how NRM came in. But the way you talk about these days, you people of the press, it's as if it's FDC and DP and the other parties which are joining IPOD. Now, as if NRM is the owner. You people, we are the founders. NRM was not part of the founders. We founded it. But we are forced to include NRM because they are also stakeholders in Uganda. And we agreed that we should have the minimum, all of us. If we are going for elections, we don't want elections without violence. I think it's agreed across the board. Some of you follow this IPOD. You know, at one time, when General Kayihura was the IGP, police was mistreating us as FDC then. But he invited General Kayihura with the Prime Minister then, Honorable Rugunda. We sat in IPOD meetings and we agreed how they should interpret POMA then. Even we agreed how we are going to take POMA back to Parliament and change some laws in POMA. That was the idea of IPOD. But of late, all of you are more concerned about that they are going to get money. If this is going to IPOD to get money, which I think is beneath our way of looking at things as FDC. The idea was not money. There was no money at all. And we have been doing it without even money. Money came in later. And that was the IPOD then. That IPOD then was more of a club of people who are willing to work together. But now if you come to IPOD today, this is such a different IPOD. It is statutory. It has been passed in Parliament. Whether you like it or not, it is in the books of Uganda, the laws of Uganda today. Whether you like it or not. So what you do? You have to act without breaking the law until you get the time to change the laws. Like in South Africa, there was apartheid law. If you are within the boundaries of South Africa, you had to obey them whether you like it or not. Until you get the force, like ANC got it, chased out the government, they came into government and took over and they changed those laws. Even during that apartheid period, if you wanted to recall those of you who study history, Mandela took a decision that despite the fact that this is mistreating us, the only way we can change without more bloodshed is talk to them. We agree on the basic minimum, then we take over government, we change the laws. Many people who are in the opposition, then even ANC, who are attacking even Mandela. How can you talk to those who are torturing us? But as a leader, he took a risk to talk and thereafter explain to his people that I'm the one who has been in prison. Some of you have been in Zambia, Uganda, where? I have the pain, but if I don't get out of prison, and help take over this government, we are going to suffer longer. He got out of prison and he did not take revenge. Because if Mandela had taken revenge after getting out of prison, South Africa would not have been the same as it is today. So even in Uganda, it applies somehow. They have to find a way of taking over power with as less bloodshed as possible, even with no bloodshed, and we remain in Uganda, even try to forgive those who have messed us up, maybe, and you continue with Uganda. Today, Hamas, you see Hamas and Israel, they are fighting. But some people are taking time off to go and negotiate. They exchange prisoners. So don't close all the doors. That's what the idea in IPOD. Even in Russia, Ukraine, they exchange prisoners today. Not because they like each other, but there's that basic minimum. So that's what we want to handle as FDC. That's the idea of IPOD. And as I told you, statutory, whether we like it or not, we have to act within it until you get the power to change it. Because you can't change now anything in Parliament, because since Kadaga's time, Parliament and the NRM has been like this. People think they are started today. But Madam Kadaga has been the vice chairperson of NRM. Some of you maybe don't know it, or you have forgotten it. So NRM has the Parliament and whatever has been like this. The same applies today. Anita Mo is the vice chairperson of NRM. Today, changing that law when they are still in power is not as easy. So they have to support us to change this law. But before I change it, what should we do so that we get the basic minimum? That's why our leaders elected to go and participate in that meeting. We did not go there for money because, as I told you, the taste of the pudding is the eating. All of you are aware of the formula of dividing that money. Has it changed? It hasn't. It was the formula before we went there, the formula after we went there. Now, people who come around say, the FDC went there because of money. They must have been having something wrong with their heads. Nothing changed as far as money is concerned. But you want other things to change. So don't target money. That's too much of soft thinking. Soft thinking. We should go hard thinking. As FDC we do that. So that agenda, that IPOD, I think I leave it at that. We started it with DP, CP joined in, UPC came in, after NRM came in, GEMA, PPP. The other one, which was more of a club. This new one, the laws have changed. We have to be there until we change it. Thank you. Era umwave shigambo IPOD eri enkadde n'enayo muneyingira yamujjukira twatandikira enayo nga ne meeting tejja banamuli ndoza njamujeyo history atejja yajja luvannyuma era mukulumba bazinaga ati ya advisor legundi era IPOD tozomukijjukira naye kati oluvannyuma IPOD bayitadde mu tteeka abantu badde balina endowooza embi tibayitadde mu tteeka ndooza kati ya NRM IPOD NRM IPOD tibeerako NRM ffe twagitandika ba founder members bo batugattako bwegasi naye ng'omulamu ogwalimu twogedde tutya tukkiriziganye ku ebyo ebitukwatako ffenna ng'ebibiina tutegere politics namutambuza tutya mu Uganda kyekyateesawo IPOD eno naye naku ze mubadde mukisaddewo bano bagenze mu IPOD kufuna ssente kyetusuubira ndowooza kiri wansi nnyo ku ndowooza yaffe ng'abeefutisi tis too cheap era ndowooza mwakirabye practically Katonda yatuyambye naye twavudde Kololo engabana ya ssente yasigadde nga bwe yabadde katunagenda Kololo abadde babibungeesa tebagenze okufuna ssente ndowooza kakati mwedde mumwekka mugende mukyekinge ssente bagenda zigaba batya naye twabagambye twagala tubatwaliriza abantu bano ng'ekiri mu tteeka tesobola ganagenda mu IPOD kubanga ne mu Parliament wadde tukkiriziganya nga ne speaker vice chairperson w'NRM naye ab'opposition bakyagendayo si kubanga baagala nnyo okubeerayo tulina okubeerayo se tunaakyusa ebintu tubiteeke nga birina okukolaki okuba ekyatutteyo okulaba nti twogera ku bintu ebitukwatako ng'eggwanga tekisaanikidde mu Uganda yokka, South Africa kyaliyo. Mandela banamu bamunyigira n'omunyigira lwaki ogenza okwogera booti naye n'abagamba nti ekintu kino tulina okukola tukyusa tutya obukulembeze buno. Waliwo gwe ng'omukulembeze bwe yolina okukola byolina okubuulira abantu oluvannyuma yakikola abamu ne bamunyigira n'ate oluvannyuma n'ayamba eggwanga yafuukako na myaka 5 n'adda bali n'abatunuulira batwala eggwanga lyabwe maaso. Amateeka galiwo aga apartheid waliwo tegaliiwo lwakuba Mandela yeewaayo n'oyogana gonna amateeka ffe tukakasa aba FDC tugenda mu kalulu kano ke tugenda okuwangula tujja gakyusa nga tuli mu buyinza bwe tuli mu buyinza tosobola kukyusa tteeka ku palamenti eno okuva mu mulembe gwa mukyala Kadaga vice chairperson w'NRM yabadde agikulembera. Separation of powers gweri mu theory ne practically suubira nti agenda n'agerera akyadde wa NRM vice chairperson n'akuba mu parliament ng'ali neutral chairman atuuza parliament. Okukyusa amateeka si kyangu abayi tebakkiriza tulina bbaka katugakyuse nga tebakyali muki mu buyinza kati kyekisinga obukulu ekyatwala Michael abadde balowooza ebya ssente ekyavuddeyo tukyazigabana mu ngeri y'emu tetweyogeddeko n'ekikumi n'eki ali adde agamba FDC nti yagezeyo okufuna ssente ndowooza ebigambo birye obudde butuusa obirye otegeere nti byadde oyogera byanjwanjwa tebiriiko matu tebiriiko na mimwa.